breaking news today.
Please subscribe and check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Last week marked a historic victory for President Donald Trump and all MAGA patriots. The Senate passed their version of the tax reform bill. Both the House and Senate voted for tax reform, and soon, Trump will sign it into law. But, of course, Democrats are complaining. One had a few idiotic things to say about the bill, things that prove he, like most Democrats, is a lying hypocrite. Luckily, we have the video. For decades, the Democrats have promised a lot to the American people. However, they've never made good on their word. We know Obama promised to fix healthcare. Instead, he burdened us with a terrible program that has left millions without coverage. Democrats pretend to be the party of the working class. They promise to help middle-class families too. Yet, when they get into power, they never help anyone. They claim to be against the corrupt, rich elites. Yet, their legislation always seems to benefit the wealthy and hurt everyone else. Then, they have the audacity to accuse Republicans of favoring the rich. Talk about the pot calling the kettle black. This weekend, Senator Mark Warner of Virginia continued this proud tradition. He spoke with who else but CNN's Jake Tapper about the tax bill. Among the many false things he said, he claimed the Democrats wanted tax reform. He accused Republicans of being the swamp. And, he said he was against adding more to the United States debt. It was rich. Sunday on CNN's State of the Union, Senator Mark Warner, DVA, said Friday was his single worst day as a U.S. Senator, in reaction to the Republican tax bill passing. Warner said, "I was saying, Friday was my single worst day as a U.S. Senator because, as somebody who wanted to be part of tax reform and realizes we need to have a more competitive corporate rate, and realizes we need to bring back some of those American profits, three things about this whole process that just plain stunk. This was Swamp 101. The process on Friday night, where the bill was being hand-drafted, lots of provisions were being included for special interests." He added, "As somebody who's been passionate about not adding to our already $20 trillion in debt, this bill, I believe, will add over $2 trillion to the debt. Even with whatever growth can from these tax cuts." Warning, if you're drinking something while watching this video, you might do a spit take. Talk about nonsense. First, he claims the historic vote was his single worst day as a U.S. Senator. Really? Wow. Apparently, tax cuts that will help middle-class and working-class families are a horrible thing. Hey, weren't you senator in 2012? So, you're saying this was worse than Benghazi when an American diplomat was murdered? It certainly seems like Warner's priorities are way out of whack. He goes on to claim that Democrats wanted to cut corporate tax rate and bring back some of Americans' profits. Sure. Then why did you hike the rate up so high under Barack Obama? He said, laughably, that his party wanted to be part of tax reform. Okay, then why did Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi refuse to even meet with President Trump when he invited them to talk? You know, you can't really be a part of the process when you don't even show up to work. Warner called the passage of the bill Swamp 101. Not the best catchphrase, sure. But, he is trying to make it seem like tax cuts to millions of Americans is a bad thing. Somehow, it's a part of the corrupt swamp within DC. No, you know what is corrupt? Having a presidential candidate that lies to the FBI about her illegal email server. Or, defending a member of your party that groped a woman's breasts while she slept. That's corrupt, Warner, not tax cuts. To top it all off, he lamented by adding to our national debt. Excuse me? Where were you when Obama doubled the national debt? That was his single worst achievement as president. You have to work really hard to add that much debt to the United States. Yet, Obama made it look easy. I didn't see Warner or the rest of those hacks complain when Barry O did that. But, they are now suddenly so concerned with the national debt. Give me a break. This is typical of the left. They are all talk. They make big boasts, blame other people, and complain all the time. But, when anything is expected of them, they always fail. Be sure to share this video with everyone you know. Warner deserves to be seen as the hypocrite he is. Share the story and leave a comment by clicking one of the buttons below. Follow us on Facebook at Mad World News.